Hey, good morning, everyone. How are you? I hope you're well. Have a nice weekend. There's not a lot to say really. Firstly, London is off today, so don't expect a huge amount of work in London. We have come to our red box resistance line, and we're looking for shorts. Currently bouncing off the value area high. Here, this is also a single print, and we're just waiting to see what we get. I'd like us to come up into this wee gap here. So, we'll do something like this. Yeah, we're short here, but it might not get there. We are currently retesting prior lows, so it might just poddle on down. Um, And our first areas of resistance we're looking for. Obviously, there'll be something at the daily open, and then my next one will be 76, and then 72. I don't think we get there. After that, we're looking for the long to take us up to either 84 or 87. And this is all basically what we planned out at the weekend. So if you missed the weekend update, I suggest you go and watch it. I give a bit more detail about bits and pieces. Because London's bank holiday today, we're going to get slow or little trade out of London. So I think this morning's session could just be chop. We do have a lot of bear divs sat for the short this morning. So we have some bear divs here and here. Oh no, sorry. Here and here. Ignore this wick on Bybit. I have no idea what the chuff they were doing. No one got wicked out. Apparently, it wasn't on the exchange. It's just on TradingView. So we got some nice divs here on the 24. I think also on the 12. Yeah, we got some more localized divs on the 12, and we've got two ranges of divs there. In fact, hang on, no, I allow three ranges of divs there. However, money flow is starting to curl up again. So remember that money flow outweighs divs every day of the week. All right. If money flow's coming in, it doesn't matter what divs you've got. It ain't going to happen. Let's just have a quick peep at this, and we can see that we came into our. This is a free. This is a free platform worth using. These green boxes are single prints. And we bounced off this single print here and came straight into the POC, and we're now struggling with it. So let's see what happens. Let's see where we go. At the moment, I'm not sure. I am waiting to see whether we get any reaction off that little gap there. Okay, so there's not a lot else to say. We're just basically running the plan that we ran from the weekend. At the weekend, we did we did have a look at all this internal stuff here, and one of my plans was that this where was it? Was it that was a running flat? Yeah, that was a running flat, and we were done, and it was going up, and that's what happened. I really wanted to see it come down. I wanted to see it come down and take out this low here. I thought that would be nice and tidy. Take out this low here, get back into this consolidation zone here, and then go up. So we'd have got this, and then we'd have gone up, and that would have given me a far better. Like I would have stayed in the long then. I'm not long. I'm not long now. I see this as coming down. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm looking at. And I don't think there's a lot else to say. Obviously, if you were to just look at this, I guess if you were just to take this as as what do we think we're doing, then your daily is saying to long. Now, if you take this wick out, then on the daily, you would be looking for something like this. Come out, take out that, I guess what hopefully might be the weekly low, and then look for another long. That we do have a single print here, and I think actually it's worth putting a box in there. Small, but it's worth putting a box in there. So if we then go down to our hourly, yeah, that is actually quite nice though. That's the POC. The hourly would also suggest that we'd be looking for longs today, but I'm going to be looking for a short up here, because that was my plan from the weekend. Yeah, that's the 0.5. So actually, what if we do this? I know it's always a big gloop, isn't it? It's $1,000. Well, just be aware that is that's a big space, but that space could be quite cool. Okay, so as I said, go back and look at the weekend update. It wasn't particularly long. If you want to see how we picked out the longs and the shorts, we are at the short, looking for a short. What I want to see on this short before I dive in is we have had this like small, but we've had a little 5-minute break of structure here, right? So we could pass 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, back up for 3, and then down we go. This could be London. So it might be a day of just sitting on your hands and waiting. Yeah, I guess you know what, you could take a short off here if you wanted to, and you're just targeting this low here, VWAP. It's $500, depending on your risk management. Let's have a look at whether we've got a. Well, this could be a fourth wave. I mean, this is small time frame stuff, so it's not always as accurate. Let's have a look. Yeah, 1, 2. That's all 3. I've got volume. This is 4. We've come to the fourth. We've come to the wave 4 kind of 0.5. Huh. Could give this a little swing, and we're just taking it down into here. Yes, this could be a nice little trade. And then of course what we're looking for the main. Well, so if you did get short here, then if it waterfalls, you're in. But also you're then with it when really looking for here. All right. Okay, guys, that's the lot. Not a whole bunch to say this morning. And trade safe, and I'll be back later on today. Cheers, bye.